Hey guys, it's G again and another Jet gameplay, yes. But a few of you told me you actually enjoy watching Jet gameplay, so this is another flawless round. Yes, I hate to brag about it, but it wasn't too hard during the duration of this game, but they were sort of after me, especially those two guys in the attack helicopter coming up, but not really persistent enough. Like, they were not really using anything at their disposal. And there are quite a few funny moments, especially at the end where this attack chopper gets really mad at me and tries to hunt me down with his heat seekers, but I eventually take him down and we lose the game, yes. We lose the game because my team was absolutely dreadful and bad, and this is... right here comes a blatant example what I hate about this map. You can't see anything. Like this, I was looking for this guy in a jet for hours, even though I got air radar on, that doesn't really help me out. Like, he's not really showing up that much, so I bait him in by just, okay, I go for this target, come at me bro, and yes. There he is, I see him on the radar again, I try to get him, finally. And he's putting in quite the interesting dogfight right here. Moderately interesting, like, I just... okay, why I switch to first person view here? I want to look at my speed. It's 300, about 300 and 310 now. That's your optimal speed for turning fast. So if you get in one of those circle competitions, like right here, just switch to first person and try to keep your speed level at about 300 to 310 kilometers per hour, and you will eventually take him down. Or he just suicides into this crane, but it doesn't really matter. Down is down, so try to go against ground targets, and in the middle of the game I get a little bit bored where you don't get any targets, and I'm like, okay, let's go kill some infantry, and it works out quite well. And I troll one guy camping on the carrier, but more of that later on. My topic I'm going to talk about today is the jack of all trades, because I've seen a lot of guys running around with that new premium tactic lately, and I looked it up. I looked up what you gotta do in order to unlock this dog tag, and I was a little bit shocked about it. Like, is this Battlefield anymore? Is this Battlefield or Call of Duty? Because what you have to do in order to get this dog tag, Jack of all trades, is get 30 kills with assault rifles, sniper rifles, carbines, LMGs, and 15 kills with pistols. That's all. That's all you gotta do on any map, on any game mode, and you get this dog tag. You're a jack of all trades. You're good at everything. And I was thinking about it and looked at those stats for a few minutes and said, at the end I said, no. You're not a jack of all trades if you can do this stuff. Like, this is just shooting a primary weapon. What about jets? What about helicopters? What about tanks? What about everything that makes this game so enjoyable to me? Like using gadgets and team play and objective play and all that stuff. Well, what about that? I mean, it doesn't really make you a jack of all trades if you can just shoot your primary weapon and kill people with it? No, it's not. It's really not, at least in my opinion. It's debatable to some point, but I think that goes more into Battlefield than just killing people with your primary weapon. Period. And I'm also working on a montage right now, an aspect of this topic, Jack of all trades, and I'm going to show quite a few things which go into a Jack of all trades, but more of that later. It will take quite a while to edit this because it will be quite long, and I'm still recording gameplay for that, and that's really a pain sometimes. So I finally get this chopper here who was after me for like 5 minutes. Sort of a cheap kill because it was already disabled, but regardless, I get the double kill and they get really mad at me. I don't know who of those guys is it, but he will get very after me in this attack chopper later on. Becomes kinda annoying. But I think I already discussed why jets are OP, and I'm not going to tell you about it again, but as you can see here, I got flawless again, and it's not even that much effort going into it. It's just played smart, don't be too risky and don't be too greedy. Like, doesn't really matter if you didn't get that one kill, at least you survived the encounter. And a competent team who's really after you with stingers and iglas and an AA gun and a stationary AA and choppers and jets and all that stuff, which are kind of threatening to you. If they really use it well and balanced, and they really try to get you down, they will eventually do it. But this team, I don't know, a few guys were after me, most of them were not. They were playing the objective pretty hard, that's why my team lost, despite the fact they were not really good players, for the most part. Not really. And it's not that much of a big lobby, like this is just like 20 players on one server. But I don't really care, I don't really like 64 players at one server, I don't really like this. Because it... oh, nice one! Alright, I found this quite funny as it happened. I laughed quite a bit. And what was I talking about? Yes, jets are OP. They're not. Or are they? I don't really know. I think they are to some sort of aspect to it. Like, they can be OP if the pilot knows what he's doing. But it can be also useless if the pilot doesn't know what he's doing. It's fine to curve around in the air quite a bit, but you have to... oh, nice one! Flying to the crane anytime soon again. Oh man. That's what I wanted to say. It can be hard to take out a jet, but it can be easy too. It depends on the pilot. Like, not the jet kills your teammates and destroys your vehicles, it's the pilot. The jet is a powerful tool, just like an attack chopper. Like, going flawless in an attack chopper might be a little bit more difficult because jets are way more powerful than choppers. But if you do it right, if you do it carefully, and if you don't get too risky in your maneuvers, you might do it. And also have a good gunner who can keep the enemy chopper down. Especially good with TV missiles, because this is like the perfect solution, like checkmate at one strike, if you will. I know there's really no correlation between chess and Battlefield, but I think this metaphor describes it quite precisely. So 2 kills so far, 100 tickets gone, not really that much. As I said, I got really bored during the middle of this game because I got no targets. Like, there's only infantry, and then okay, oh, chopper, target, yes, and I go for it. Okay, I slightly hit him here, and I said to myself, okay, let's go around and eventually take him down. And it's a sort of stupid decision I'm going to make. I'm going to fly right into it, and I crash, and I almost get disabled. Like 35% health left on my vehicle, on my jet. That's 1% away from being disabled. Okay, I damage him here. I go into a super duper nice maneuver right here. Actually, I just circle around him and engage it again. Alright, he's still damaged. I could take him down. Yes, disabled, and rammed it and got it down. Look at my health on my vehicle right now. 35%. 1% less and I would have been disabled. As in, I would have been down because you can't really do anything with a disabled jet anymore. You are toast. You may again to some place, jump out and fight on the ground. That's what I wanted to do actually. As this round started, okay, I was like, okay, I take this jet until I get taken out, and then I'm gonna find on the ground. And yes, that's the troll moment. Kill the guy camping on the carrier, and he gets really confused about this. Look at the jet right now. He's like, what? Not amused face. I don't care. It's just fun. It's just fun. I know it's kind of dirty to attack their uncap, but I mean, if you just sit on the carrier, you should expect to get shot at by something. At least you shouldn't, but I don't care. It's just like a funny kill. I think I would emphasize that. But trying to get that guy, but I think he's behind cover. I don't really can't quite get him. Oh, I got him! I totally forgot that I got it. Oh, that was a nice one. I also thought there was a headshot, but from that far away, it's like that's what I would recommend you to do. If you can't find any targets in the jet, just go for infantry. It's pretty fun and it's quite effective and it's not too hard. Just keep your reticle right on them and blast them away. It only takes a few shots from your main cannon. And don't use the rocket pods against infantry. It's like shooting him with marshmallows. It's like he will get fatter, but he won't die from it. He might get diabetes in a few months later, but he's not going to die from it, period. You can make it work in rush mode, but jets in rush mode operate a lot different from Conquest jets. Like the frag food and what's the other one? What's it called? Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt? I think it's the Thunderbolt. I never play Rush that frequently. I used to play. Oh, that's another topic. BC2 and BF3 in comparison, and the games are quite a lot different. So comparing them is not the most making sense thing you might think about, but they're both called battlefields, so you could compare them to an extent, I guess. And after all, I played quite a lot Bad Company 2, like about 1,000 hours over 3 different accounts, and here was my frame rate acting up a little bit. I played it quite frequently over 3 different accounts for 1,000 hours, and yes, getting out of the chopper saves you not this time. It was kind of funny. Instead of shooting a chopper, I killed the panicked support guy jumping out of it. Kind of funny, and the pilot suicides eventually because of rate of bounce. So there it is, the response. He was trying to get me. I guess he was the guy who was after me. Okay, he was the guy who really wanted me to go down, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So BC2 and BF3 in comparison. What is the difference? The difference is everything. Like, this game is so totally different, but after all, and after playing both games for quite a while, I would say Bad Company 2 was better. In terms of balancing, in terms of map design, and in terms of how does this game cater to the competitive scene. Because if you want to play Battlefield 3 competitively, you will only, most of the time, at least in the European leagues and the TWL ladder, it's mostly just infantry. It's Zen Crossing, Grand Bazaar, and Operation Metro over and over and over. I've played in the European ESL, the European Sports League, Esports League. I don't know what this abbreviation is for exactly. That's an esports league in Europe. I played there with my clan. It was every week the wars were the same. It's like Bazaar, Metro, Zen Crossing, over and over and over. 5-on-5 infantry only, or 8-on-8 with 1 tank on each side. And it's all the same again and again. I don't really think this is Battlefield. But on Bad Company 2, all maps were well suited for clan matches. All maps were well suited for fair matches. So I don't think that Battlefield 3 is better than Bad Company 2 at anything. Like, another thing I don't like about Battlefield 3 is vehicle warfare. Yes, I do play it quite a lot, but it's different. It's a lot different. I loved vehicle warfare in Bad Company 2, but not in a vehicle. I was never the guy go for a tank or go for a chopper. I was the guy taking them out. 84, C4, it was so useful and fun to use, but in Battlefield 3, I think infantry is really underpowered in terms of taking out vehicles. I think vehicles are a lot stronger than infantry, and you can feel that. So I like to use vehicles against vehicles, but I don't like this one aspect about vehicle warfare in this game, which is called lock-on warfare. It's like everybody's just using the heat seekers and the guided missiles and nice maneuvering, buddy. What are we trying to accomplish there? Like, dig in a hole and hide in there? I don't understand, but I hate this lock-on warfare stuff. That's why I never use heat seekers or the guided missile. I want to aim for myself. I want to do something to play the game. I don't want to just point and shoot and take something out instantly. I don't like that. And I don't like this beeping noise when you get locked on. You know that beep, 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 beep. When a rocket comes like beep, 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 beep. It's so annoying. But also not very threatening, so I'm not that concerned. But it gets annoying quite a while if you get locked on by a soft limb for minutes straight and no javelin incoming. Which is quite a poor display of poor team play, but regardless, it's annoying. And also the map design. I love rush mode in Battlefield 2, but I hate it in Battlefield 3 on most maps. But because it's so unbalanced. Like on Grand Bazaar, there were so many occasions, where the defending team just waffle stomped the attacking team on the first base. Like you go 1 meter out of your uncap, you're down. You go 4 meters out of your spawn, you get shot in the face from like 5 different directions because they're all camping there with bipods and so forth. And other maps are even more unbalanced in Conquest. And I hate to say this, but 2 of those maps are Strike at Karkin maps. You know, back to Karkin, this expansion pack, which came out in December. 2 of those maps are really unbalanced in Conquest mode. And those maps are Gulf of Oman, obviously, because hands down, two teams equal to each other in terms of skill, Russian team wins. 9 out of 10 times. I mean, I'm going to tell you why. Because the jets on the American side on those maps are garbage. The F-35 is more or less unusable, if you ask me. I mean, you can do it against bad pilots and flanker, but if the guy in the flanker knows what he's doing and he sees the F-35, free kill. Every single time. Free kill. So easy to take out those jets because they're not as movable. They only can take this little bit of fire before they get down. So I don't think it's appropriate. And also too, the Russian team spawns on land. They have tanks instantly waiting at their uncap. And the Americans, they don't even have tanks. They have to capture flags on the shoreline, like Veterans Retreat and all those 4 flags on the shoreline in order to get tanks. And if those flags are in Russian, like they're captured by Russians, no tanks for you, sir, and you just get camped at the shoreline and lose the game easily. There's a 500-meter gap of pure water where you can't do anything. So if both teams are equal, Russians win easily every single time. And here's this funny moment I was talking about. For like the rest of the game, this chopper will annoy the heck out of me because he was just after me. That's all he was doing, just going for me. Not caring about anything. It's not that he had to, because he was in the better team. So his team was winning by 100 tickets right now, and I have 4 flags captured. So I don't think they're worrying much about winning or losing this game. And I'm just circling around and looking for this chopper, and here's a blatant example why I don't like this map for jets. You can't see shit. This is so foggy and cloudy, I can see anything. Like if it's not spotted or not on the minimap, I will never know where you are. And it's just the same with this chopper right now. I look for him and I try to bait him. Whenever this, I just curve around and wait for the lock on and wait for him to come up on my air raider on the bottom left of my screen right here. And I eventually take him down, like I said, at the beginning of the game, but I don't know why he was so damn after me. I guess it's this guy, I don't know his name anymore, but the guy I killed on the carrier. I guess it's this guy, I'm not that sure. It doesn't really matter, it's quite funny to me, at least in my opinion. So this game is coming to an end right now, and I discussed my topics thoroughly. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section below. Suggestions, or if you want to squad up with me and play with me, do it as well, but please please be European or be ready to play on servers with high pings for you, because I'm from Germany and I've tried to play on American servers, but it's really not helpful for my play style if I have like a 200 or 300 ping. And here I get him. See, I go way above, and now he doesn't know where I am. I disable him, and they both die, obviously, because they're way out of bounds. See, it's MT16, suicided. And who's the other guy? Come on, tell me. Who's the other guy? I guess it's this guy. Does he die at all, or he just left the game? I'm not sure, but this is the end of the game. I discussed all my topics. I will upload the Grand Bazaar stuff on Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure yet. Yes, we lost. What a shame, isn't it? Flawless jet game yet again. Here's your final score. And please leave me feedback. Like, what do you want to see next? Do you want to play with me? Do you want to discuss those topics with me? Leave me a like in the comment section. Leave me a like in the comment section. That's pretty weird, isn't it? Leave me a like if you liked the video. Give me feedback. Talk to me in the comments. Add me on Battlelog. Do whatever you want. At least have fun by doing it. And insult me if you want. I really like that. I really like insults, don't you? I don't know. But this is it. This video is over. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and goodbye.